I'm from in Harlem, so you know,
That's right.
We just here on the Ryde Along. Yo, I ain't been in this studio in like I think like 11 years.
Wow.
It hasn't changed much, has it?
I mean, it wasn't. I don't remember the podcast. Well, podcasting wasn't a thing at that time. Like that.
It's true. Yeah, this was all the studio where they were.
Yeah, this was straight.
Well, we all know that shit hitting now.
So you're a lot of people that don't know you. Tell us a little bit about like who you are and also who your father is.
Oh well, I basically said who I am, but my father's DJ SNS. He's a
legend.
He's a
legend.
A legendary DJ in this thing we call hip hop. I was gonna say, I'm glad y'all said legend. I was about to say elder statesman.
Legend, that's a fact.
Legend is the better term. But yeah, legendary DJ.
Very educated.
Yeah, you know what I mean. He's done DJ for the likes of Biggie, Puff,
Fire,
Hove, the list goes on. So, I was one of them guys that coming up. I don't even think I had a choice when it came to being in this thing we call hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I really don't even think I had a choice. I mean, I was playing ball coming up, but the music thing was just in me. So
I got a question. So being at Pops' Astound, DJ and well known.
Mm-hmm.
It's always a custom that someone's son follows in the steps of their father.
Yeah.
Why did you decide not to DJ, and why did you decide to say I'm gonna be a music artist?
Well, to be honest, number one, I was always a fan of just rap. I was a fan of rap, heavy, and I actually seen my father DJ for the first time. I might have been 14 or some shit like that, and when I seen him, I just realized that DJ ain't something I could do. That ain't for me.
Wasn't your thing.
Nah, it's more to it. You know what I'm saying? Than I thought it was at that time. At that time, 14, I'm going to house parties and school parties. So the DJs ain't really they don't really gotta do much. You know what I'm saying? They got
music.
Yeah, they just gotta play music. They might switch up a little bit, but they're not really talking too much on the mic that much. So when I seen my father DJ and actually seen how to control a crowd for hours, because you gotta think house parties, it's barely DJs. It's either CDs or iPods where you can put the shit on the shuffle and have the songs play back to back. Mm-hmm. So we only really seen DJs in Harlem for cookouts and stuff like that and shit like that. So that's when you really seen it. But to be at an actual party and see him control the room for hours and shit like that and talking to Mike and shit like that was just something I knew I couldn't do for me personally. So
I respect that.
You know what I mean? But at the time I was already writing rap. So my stepfather at the time was cutting my hair in my crib. And he would rap over a bunch of beats, not beats, he'd rap over songs and rap at me like he battling me and shit like that. So one day after he cut my hair, I just wrote in the back of my notebook my response for the next time he do that shit. Yeah. And then when he did it, he was about to walk off and I just let him have it, you know what I mean? He was like, oh, my moms was smiling, she was hyped. And then from there we was doing it back and forth every time he'd give me a haircut. He usually give me a haircut once a week or maybe once every other week. And after a while, it became just a hobby that I just like to do. You know what I'm saying? I was writing in the back of my notebook. From the back of my notebook, when I realized that notebook started to cover up to my actual schoolwork, I knew this was something I really, really like to do. I didn't start taking it serious for real till 16, 17. So when I started writing, I was 12.
So what age did you It took me until I was 23 to figure out that photography and videography was my shit.
Mm-hmm.
What age would you say that you knew this is your shit, that this is what you want to do?
I think it was maybe I think it was 18. I was 18, 19. 16. Being 16, it was something that I dreamed of doing. It was something I wanted to do, but in the hood, that's what everybody wanted to do at that point. You wanted to rap or play ball, and that's exactly the two things. That's exactly the two things I was doing. But when I was playing ball, I started to be outside with niggas that I knew wasn't trying to really go to the NBA for real. So we was in the street. I'm trying to say shit that ain't gonna sound like every other nigga that come up in here and say this shit. You feel me? But Yeah, like we was, so that kind of like I didn't want to be a basketball player no more. You know what I'm saying? Then in Harlem we had like an era, which was the Life Feet movement, and that's what made me like go to parties and shit like that. And then I didn't want to dance to nobody else's shit, so I started making my own beats. At this time, I was already writing raps, but I wasn't taking it serious. It was still a hobby and shit like that. The beats was more serious at that point. Right. But because in my hood, niggas knew that I knew how to rap, when I would come to them with beats, they like, yo, bro, you might as well rap. At this time, Kanye West was popping.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He was the only one that was giving us beats and rapping. Like, we didn't identify with Dr. Dre as a rapper. He was a straight producer. So we looked at Kanye as the one that was doing both. So when we seen that, they felt like that was an easy lane for me to do. But I had put rap on the back burner, you know what I'm saying? I was having fun at the time. I was doing beats and shit. Like, I would still write raps when I became, but I think one song, 15, like late 15, about to be 16, and it hit the radio. And in Harlem, you couldn't just have a song popping and then think, you know, and think you think you lit. Like, if you fade away, you're gonna be a one-hit wonder to niggas, and we'll fry you, we'll cut your ass. You don't want to be one of those. It was a few of those. It was a few of those in the town that had a little name off one song, and then they didn't really do nothing after that. So we was frying niggas at that point. So I didn't want to be one of them niggas. So that's what kind of made me keep going to the studio. Like, I'm on the radio. I ain't just put it out. Like, you feel me? Like, LimeWire was popping at the time. I'm sorry for niggas that wasn't outside. Y'all are YouTube.
Shout out to LimeWire.
LimeWire was a shit.
Yeah.
This is LimeWire when niggas was downloading. You know how you niggas stream. This was the first version of online bootlegging
For the hood.
I remember
for
that.
the hood.
Yeah. Everybody was on it.
Yeah.
With AIDS.
Everybody was on
Like, if you would, like,
But your computer got AIDS.
I remember when Soulja Boy came out and he had to crank that. It was a million crank that's on LimeWire. Niggas was making their own crank that and throwing it on LimeWire.
Facts.
I ain't know how to put shit on LimeWire, so when niggas told me
You gotta go for the first one. You gotta go a couple down.
Yeah.
I didn't even thought about that.
Yeah, bro. Like, so when I got on the radio, it was up from there. Like, I had to continue to record music. You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
You know what I mean? I had to. It was no choice.
All right, well, let's listen to some of your music, man.
Let's do it.
So we brought you sent us a few.
Yeah, D told me to. I was gonna do the normal, 2. You know what I mean?
Nah,
We want to hear it.
I was like, yo, send me some heat, bro. And I'm just expecting like 2 or 3. You know what I'm saying? He sent me like 5 or 6. And I was like, okay.
You know what I mean?
So he the beast.
He's like, I'm ready.
Shit, we could. All right, so we could play the No Chill button joint. That's just to show niggas
Was it
the
no chill?
skill.
No chill.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah,
let's
no
get
chill.
into it then.
Yeah, we could show niggas the skill,
Fire.
and then
Alright,
we
let's
could
check
go
it out.
to all the other vibes that I like to do later.
All right, shout yourself out real quick.
This your boy SNS of the Icy Gang family. This is the intro off my latest project, Not a Humble Summer Volume 2, the deluxe, out now on all streaming platforms and things like that. This is called No Chill Button 2, right here on the Ryde Along. Shit me.
That's a regular Harlem shit. Either play ball or you rap.
Yeah, bro, like when niggas was playing ball, we had a lot of ball tournaments in Harlem and shit like that. We had shit on 45th, Tri-State, Rucker,
You don't see that shit no more.
It's over for that now.
You don't see
A
it.
lot of niggas that wanted to play ball go to A, niggas is gangsters now.
Of course.